Hey guys, today I'm gonna be showing the basics on piano. I'm not a piano player, I'm a guitar player, but I know the very basics on piano and I want to give a quick little lesson just to get you playing. A lot of books, they show you so much things that they just confuse people and people don't even know where to start, and the piano books basically discourage people because it's not very practical. And what I'm gonna do is just a very practical video so you can at least play the chord progression. Like I said, I'm not a pianist, but this is just a Kickstarter. So here we go. We're first gonna start with the piano scale. So it starts at C. So it sounds like this. So, and why is that important? Because it's a note. The piano notes are important. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If you know your ABCs, this shouldn't be a problem for you. If you don't know your ABCs, you should probably go learn them before trying to learn piano. Just playing. So, okay, so C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And why is that important? Because in piano, you're to know where all the chords are, all the notes, it's always good to know where C is. And it always starts on the C, and it's called a piano octave. And I'll teach later what an octave is because that's just too much information for people who don't really know about music or just beginners. So that's later. So the thing with piano is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So it starts at C, it stops at C, then it keeps going higher, and it's the same. It's just higher. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So I'm gonna start a C from here. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Starts again. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So it keeps going and going. So that's what an octave is. And I wasn't gonna teach you guys, but it just whatever. That's what an octave is. So it starts with C. Always remember C. And this is important so when you start playing chords, you know where to start. You know where you're at. So if someone tells you, play me a G chord, you're gonna be okay, C, D, E, F, G. Here's G. So that's a G chord. Or someone tells you, play me an E. So okay, C, D, E. See? So that gives you a map, and the thing is that it repeats on this board. It repeats and repeats and repeats, so you could find it anywhere. So how I remember where C is I look at these black keys. Every time there's two in a row, there's 2 3 2 3. You see, 2 3 2 3. So C is always gonna be where this 2 are, and right here to the left of the 2. That's always gonna be C anywhere on the board. See? C. So that always memorize that where C is. And so okay, we're done with that. And just keep that in mind. Why is that important? So if someone tells you play me a C, you look at the black keys, oh, it's right here. It's next to these two. It's not here, the third. That's not C. So there's a beginning of the whole octave scale. So that's a tip. Always look at the two keys there, black keys, and it's going to be on the left. That's a C. So let me explain what a chord is. A piano chord is, on this piano, like the very basic of it is 3 notes. And this is a C chord. And what makes it a C is basically the easiest way I'm explaining is that the note you start with from left to right. So if I was playing a D, that'll be a D chord, C chord. So basically, when you're gonna play a chord, remember this: a piano chord it's these three. You're always gonna skip one in the middle. So skip it. So these two you skip. So you hit one note, you don't hit the one key next to it. It's the second one. You skip a key. That's a chord. It's the same with G. They say play me a G, so you're gonna go C, D, E, F, G. Okay, G. So you're gonna skip that one, hit that one, skip that one. That's a G. If you're playing this, that's not a G. Always make sure you're skipping. Some people, when they're trying to play a chord, they're not paying attention and they're doing this, and they're saying, why doesn't it sound right? And I say, are you looking at your fingers? So always make sure you have the spread. That your starts there. You could use your thumb, skip that one, don't ever touch the one next to it. The same with this one. That's a G. So practice that. Your fingers will get used to it. So now that you know what a chord is, alright, I'm gonna play a G, a C, and G, C. So now that you may have to rewind this so you could memorize it. So now that we know what a chord is and how it looks like, these three notes in that form, you could use your thumb, your pointing finger, index, and your middle finger. That's what I do. So now that we got that, I'm going to teach you guys a chord progression. A chord progression is four, like it could be more chords, but we're going to do it with four. It makes a song. So you could play a song. So okay, we're gonna do it with the C chord. You just need the root note. You don't need to know these right here. Not when you're doing chords. You will later, but I'm just giving you guys a practical thing so you could play now. So it's gonna have a C, G. So it's gonna be C, D, E, F, G. It's gonna be A, and F. So it's gonna be those. And what do I mean by this? You see the chords? It's three. You see how I'm doing the three notes and I'm skipping the keys in between each? You hear that? So let me write it down for you guys. So the order of the chords is gonna be this: C, G, A, and F. That's gonna be the order. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna follow that order. C, where do we go? To G. Next, A, then F. It's just four. You see how easy that is? You may have always make sure you're spreading your fingers right and hitting the right chords. Three. A lot of people mess it up and go. Why? Because they're not paying attention. Make sure you're doing the three. So your fingers will probably have to get used to it. Just practice it. And go slow if you have to. Do them 4 times each. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. You're following this. A, F. Sorry about that. So now that you know that, you could do it yourself. Just remember the key, what I taught you. You guys should probably write it down. It starts at C and it's where these black notes are. And you don't have to really write every single note on this. it's better that you memorize where C is, and you start like kind of memorizing where the pattern of the keys, and you start relying on the black and white keys, and you're not relying on what you wrote on your. This is just to get you started, but I wouldn't really want you guys to rely it on writing it on the piano, like, because it could handicap you. But this is just to get you started. So there we go. And what you could do is, now that you know where all the chords are, you could go even lower. This is a lower octave. It's the same notes. I'm following the same I'm following the same thing. So this would be the same notes but higher. I'm gonna go lower, the same notes. You see where the C is? It's on the left of those, so. Let's play them together. See, I'm not a pianist or anything. I suck at piano, but this is the basics. So just remember those little basic things. Write them down if you have to. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments. And once you know how to play this, you could add little stuff. Melody. This is not the actual. I'm not a pianist, like I said, but it's just a little example. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. And that's very simple there. So it takes practice. Don't think you're probably gonna get this. You could probably get it in one day, or like in the same 2 hours, or even the same first hour. Depends, you know. Everyone's different. So just keep practicing. Always makes perfect. And that's true. It may not be true with everything, but it's true with this, with music, with instruments. Practice makes perfect. And yeah, I encourage you guys. Any questions, just feel free to ask in the comment section. And please subscribe and like if this helped you. Thank you and goodbye. God bless.